Okay, it's Sunday evening. Kind of got things cleaned up. There's still a little bit of tape on the floor from me having it masked off. But I've got some of the tongue and groove up on the walls and the window trimmed. Over here you had enough hardwood left to put hardwood in this little alcove and on this back wall. So we've got a couple little can lights that are going to go up there. Got tongue and groove up on the whole ceiling. Got the skylight trimmed. Got tongue and groove up on this wall. All the outlets are working. The switches are working. Things that you'll probably need to be thinking about it, picking out. You'll probably end up having to pick out a light for this bathroom that mounts on that wall. We're going to have to do some type of track lighting or small puck lighting up here on the kitchen ceiling. So maybe right down the center with a low profile track or something. The shower's in. The fan is working. I don't have a light bulb in there yet. Your water tank is going to come out about 24 inches, which leaves us with about somewhere in between 9 and 10 feet, probably 9.5 foot to the door of counter space. So with the sink and the counter, that's probably end up being somewhere realistically around 8 feet of counter space. You'll have your range cooktop right here. I'm kind of thinking we might just get a piece of stainless steel cut backsplash from here to here that goes all the way up, and maybe incorporate those squares that you were kind of talking about. So I don't know as far as wall cabinets how that's going to work out. There's definitely room right there for some type of open shelving or wall cabinet, and then another one on the side of this and another one on the side, on either side of the window, basically. With the base cabinets, I don't know how that's going to work yet. You know, the countertop will go in there, and then we'll have to work around this bump out where the fender well is. So your water tank will sit over there, your fridge will sit right here, and then next to the water tank you will have a water pump. So here's the hose from the outside that fills, you have the option to fill the water tank with that hose. There's your switches right here. Low, high. It'll have a light in it. There is your mini split system. Let's see, I don't quite have the door trimmed. I haven't finished all of I've spent quite a bit of time with a hand foam gun around windows and trying to seal up any potential air leaks that I see, but this will kind of give you an idea of, I don't know what you want to do right here. You can build a bench back there, storage underneath it, maybe a small table right in the center, just to sit and eat breakfast at. But storage, we're going to end up probably you bringing your mattress up and us kind of working around it, but building storage kind of boxes all the way around the mattress. So I'm thinking that the most practical thing for the ladder situation is something out of wood that is very similar to this step ladder. Let me just prop it up there, but a little bit taller, so it's not such a steep angle, but steps spaced about the same way apart. And then maybe we can just hang it on the wall when it's not being used, or I think that's kind of going to end up being the best bet, but we can build that when you get here. So your hot water heater is covered up right now, but you were asking about how big it is. It's not very big. So you've got that entire area right there to hang some clothes or open shelving to put whatever you want in there. These doors, there'll be a door here that probably opens back up this way, that opens out, and I figure the same thing goes here. This door will open out this way, unless for some reason you just decide that you want to use a shower curtain or a piece of upholstery over it. That's totally up to you. So that is it in a nutshell. I think this will give you a pretty good idea. This is a switch for your loft lights, and I've got a wire behind this wall for your TV. I think we're going to have to just mount it where you want it at, and we'll decide that when you come up. So it looks really good. I think the dark floor and the light wood is going to set things off really, really well. Really happy with the tongue and groove. It's really, really nice grade of pine. So that is it. The skylight, they're going to let a lot of light in here. The only issue I think we talked about is this back here is going to be a little bit dark from the standpoint of there's not a lot of natural light. This is your only natural light back here, and with the ceilings being low, but I think we get 2 or 3 puck lights or track lights in there. I think we'll be golden. So that is it. Things are looking good. I don't know if I've showed you the propane tanks on the front, but I bought the kit to mount them. So they're mounted, hooked up. I think you'll be quite happy. I think they're going to last you a long time before you have to have them refilled. So that is it. This is the outside of it, and I had a piece of metal made to go over that flashing up there on the skylight, so it's a little more hidden than what it normally is. So I think it turned out well. You got your compressor back here. Here is this is your plug-in, your RV basically plug-in. You can plug in your 50 amp service right to that. This is your electrical box, and I think we're both going to be surprised on the little amount of power that you will actually be using. I have your compressor hooked up and an entire outlet circuit inside, and I've got that hooked up to one 20 amp circuit right now. With that being said, it's running the heat, compressor, a vacuum cleaner. They've all been on at the same time. So that's getting ran off 120 amp circuit, which is pretty impressive the little amount of power that you're actually using when the heat's on. So that is it. I will get this over to you as soon as I can. Here is your water fill valve right there. That was the one on the inside that will fill that water tank. So looks like it, making good progress. You'll also, I'm just trying to think, you'll need a floodlight there. You'll need to pick out a floodlight there, and a floodlight up there in that corner, gable end. So that is just something to be thinking about. Everything else is coming along very nicely. So floors look great.